All right, let's do it. Hey, we're just going to repeat what we've done the last few 5-minute post-game shows. Campbell and Gallo with you on post-game pints. Habs lose another one to Jesperi Kotkaniemi and the Carolina Hurricanes. Mitch, you were in the building. I was not in the building tonight. And I know that the other night against San Jose was a bit of the same thing, losing 5-0. This one was 4-1, but this wasn't a 4-1 hockey game.
No, it wasn't a 4-1 hockey game. Again, we have to remember that there was an empty netter in there, much like the game against the Rangers, so it kind of makes the scoreline look a little bit worse. And the Canadians were right there at the end, again, looking for that goal to pull within one. And, Sean, they got scoring chances. Not a lot of puck luck again for Montreal. I know nobody wants to hear that as an excuse, but Christian Dvorak hit another post in the second period, much like last game. And in the third, I know you don't like the guy, but Frederik Andersen made a lot of really big saves.
He was great. He was great, Mitch. He was great.
He made the save on the Jonathan Drouin breakaway. I don't know if it was Slavin or Anderson making the save on the Gallagher chance, but that was another one that could have went in. There was the high deflection from Gallagher again, I think, where he kicked out the right pad. Anderson was good. So, this game, Sean, reminded me a lot of the game that the Canadians played against the Rangers, in that they played pretty well and the opposition was a strong team and they didn't find a way to get that timely goal.
Yeah, and it was Anderson who got his paddle down on the Gallagher after hit him in the body, and he kind of swiped and missed, and he had another opportunity. But I do think the Canadians, that bad puck luck, like, look, there's things that aren't going great for them. Was the break on the first goal where it gets reviewed, it calls back. I'm sorry. Those are the ones that should 100% count all the time. Gallagher was well positioned, beautiful deflection in front of the goalie, doing exactly what he needs to do. And the NHL looks at that, and that's enough to overturn the goal. I'm sorry, the NHL got that wrong. And that kills the mentality of a team that is so fragile right now scoring goals. You could see the motivation when Gallagher scored, how it was kind of off their back, and the power play goal to get things going. It was Gallagher too. And that just killed them until they got the Toffoli goal. They had a bit of life, but I mean, Carolina's a really good team too, Mitch. They're a very good team. And I think you saw that with the Sebastian Aho. But I know the story tonight is Jesperi Kotkaniemi getting the goal in Montreal.
Yeah, by the way, can I just go back to the goaltender
interference
call? Because, look, I don't disagree with you. And I said it during the post-game show on TSN 690. In my world, that should be a good goal. So I just want to play devil's advocate a little bit when I talk about the counter and why it probably wasn't counted. And sorry for the noise. I'm still at the Bell Center, and I guess they have a show tomorrow night, and they're plopping down things to cover the ice. But I just Gallagher's in the crease, and does Anderson have a legit chance to come out and cut off the angle like he would like to if there's not a body standing in the blue paint? That's the only thing I can see as to why the NHL wouldn't count that goal, because the goalie can't get to the position that he wants to get to, that he's entitled to.
If the NHL wants to have a good league, that's got to be a goal. That's all I'm going to say.
I think it should be a goal too. Anyways, we got about a minute and a half left. Jesperi Kotkaniemi comes into the Bell Center. John, I didn't think he had a great game, but he scores the goal. So all that's going to be remembered is the fact that his first goal as a member of the Hurricanes comes against the team that drafted him third overall.
Yeah, I know. It's at a place that he knows how to score. Scores very well. And I've always said this about Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Go to the net. And I was watching him all night, and that's all he did when he's playing with Teravainen and Sebastian Aho. He just went straight to the net every single time. He didn't really do much, you're right, in the hockey game. But he was left all alone. An easy deflection for him, but it was a nice deflection. Those are the ones that a goalie just has a real tough time with. And then you got to see the Jesperi Kotkaniemi smile on his face. And there was two times I saw it. It was after he scored the goal and after his first shift. He went down on the bench and he sat down and he just goes to Aho, and just because the moment he hit the ice and the moment he touched the puck, it was like boo, and because he's just a kid, he just thought, he's like, I knew that was coming. It was kind of neat to watch that. But yeah, the Canadians just they're struggling offensively. It's the same story, Mitch.
Same story, but with the way they played in the third period, if they can take some of that and bring it Saturday when they take on Detroit, I think eventually the bounces will start to go their way. Sean, you look at the players on this team, they are not a team that should have only 4 goals in 5 games. They're not.
No, they need more goals. Power play needs to start clicking. I know they got one. Maybe that's a little bit of momentum, but I mean, same old story. And it's like you don't even want to hear from the players anymore. They just need to perform.
Thanks everybody for taking the time to listen to the 5-minute post-game pints podcast. Gallo and Campbell. Campbell, what do I usually say at this juncture?
Like, subscribe, comment, let us know. Just share. It's 5 minutes long. It's great. We love you. Something like that.